Thank you. And I give the floor to the Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative.
The Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative commends the Government of the Republic of Maldives for accepting 187 recommendations fully and 5 partially. We welcome the efforts for strengthening the legislative and institutional frameworks within the country, as well as renewed cooperation with international mechanisms. While we recognize the steps taken towards reforming the democratic and civic space in the last 2 years, we note that the legal framework continues to impede fundamental freedoms. Despite accepting recommendations to create a safe and enabling environment for civil society, in December 2019, the government arbitrarily dissolved the Maldivian Democracy Network on allegations of blasphemy. Its members have since faced continuous harassment, intimidation and threats on social media, including from extremist groups. Similarly, in June 2020, the social media campaign to ban UTHEMA, a prominent women's rights organization, for being anti-Islam, raised concerns on the timely and effective action by authorities. While we welcome the decision to overhaul the law on associations, accession to the International Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance and other domestic efforts, we call on the government to decriminalize blasphemy and apostasy in line with international standards, guarantee civic freedoms, and protect human rights defenders. We acknowledge the focus on formulating a bill on democratic policing and police accountability. Similarly, while the creation of a prison reform monitoring committee is a positive step, we call on the government to allocate adequate resources to bring conditions of detention and prison management in line with the Nelson Mandela rules. Lastly, we appreciate the anti-trafficking efforts, especially training of first responders, victim assistance, and the First Amendment to the Anti-Trafficking Act ratified in March 2020. We urge the government to continue to raise awareness among vulnerable groups, extend protection to foreign victims and survivors, expedite the requisite amendments to bring its law in conformity with the Palermo Protocol, and ensure improved implementation of the standard operating procedure for early victim identification and referral. Thank you.